Every neighborhood has one. The house on the corner, the one where people walk in empty-handed and walk out with brown paper bags. Sunday afternoon, cars lined up. Tuesday night after stores close, lights on, door cracked open. Underage kids, they know which door to knock on. Bootlegger Houses, the neighborhood alcohol hustle that operates in every city, every suburb, every town across America. $10 to $20 billion annually. Not drug dealers, not criminals in the traditional sense, just neighbors selling liquor when stores are closed, on Sundays in dry counties, after legal hours, to people who can't legally buy, and they're making $50,000 to $300,000 per year, tax-free, cash only. Operating from living rooms and garages across America. This isn't gang territory. This is your neighborhood, the house you drive past every day, the one with constant foot traffic, the one everyone knows about but nobody talks about. This is Bootlegger Houses. A new series, same approach, follow the money through America's underground alcohol economy. Let's go inside. Bootlegger houses break down into 4 main types. Each serves different markets. Each makes different money. The Sunday house, $30,000 to $80,000 annually. These operate in states with Sunday alcohol sales bans or restrictions. Still common across the South: Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, parts of Oklahoma, Indiana, some counties in other states. How it works: stores can't sell alcohol on Sundays, or only beer and wine, or only afternoon. Bootlegger houses fill the gap. Sunday morning cookout, need liquor for mimosas? The Bootlegger house is open. Football Sunday, need beer for the game? Bootlegger house has it. Sunday evening party, forgot to buy alcohol Saturday? Bootlegger house never closes. They charge 50 to 100% markup over store prices. A $15 bottle of vodka, $25 to $30 at the Bootlegger house. But convenience is worth it to customers. Revenue model: sell 50 to 100 bottles weekly on Sundays, 1,500 to 3,000 weekly, 75,000 to 150,000 annually. Most also operate after hours other days. Total, $30,000 to $80,000 annually tax-free. The Dry County House, $50,000 to $150,000 annually. These operate in dry counties where all alcohol sales are illegal. Still hundreds of dry counties across America, mostly in the South. The entire county is dry, no liquor stores, no beer and gas stations, nothing. Residents have to drive 30 to 60 miles to next county to buy legally, or they go to the Bootlegger house down the street. Dry county bootleggers charge even higher markups, 100 to 150% over legal prices. A $20 bottle of whiskey, 40 to 50 at the Bootlegger, but customers pay it because the alternative is driving an hour round trip. Revenue model: in a dry county with 10,000 to 50,000 residents, a single Bootlegger house can serve hundreds of regular customers. Selling 100 to 200 bottles weekly equals $4,000 to $8,000 weekly equals $200,000 to $400,000 annually. After buying inventory, $50,000 to $150,000 profit. The After Hours House, $40,000 to $120,000 annually. These operate after legal selling hours. Most states prohibit alcohol sales after 10 p.m., midnight, or 2 a.m. depending on location. Bootlegger houses sell whenever customers need. The market: night shift workers getting off at midnight, partygoers who ran out at 2 a.m., people who just want to drink late and stores are closed. After-hours houses often operate 24/7, always available, always cash, always no questions asked. Revenue model: after-hours premium is smaller, 25 to 50% markup, but volume is consistent. Selling 50 to 100 bottles weekly after legal hours equals $2,000 to $4,000 weekly equals $100,000 to $200,000 annually. After inventory costs, $40,000 to $120,000 profit. The Underage House, $60,000 to $200,000 annually. These knowingly sell to minors. Most illegal, highest risk, but highest profit margins. The market: high school and college students who can't buy legally. They'll pay anything because they have no legal options. Underage houses charge massive markups, 150–200% over store prices. A $12 six-pack of beer, $30 to underage buyers. A $25 bottle of vodka, $60–70 to high school kids with fake IDs turned away from stores. Revenue model: near colleges or high schools, underage houses can serve hundreds of customers weekly. Students with parents' money, willing to pay premiums. Selling 200 to 400 bottles cases weekly equals $8,000 to $15,000 weekly equals $450,000 annually. After costs and risk premium, $60,000 to $200,000 profit annually. Many bootlegger houses are combination operations, Sunday sales plus after hours plus occasional underage sales. This maximizes revenue across all time periods and customer types. Total U.S. bootlegger house economy, $10 to $20 billion annually, tens of thousands of operations, every city, every town, every neighborhood. Let's follow a dollar through the bootlegger house economy. Level 1, small-time seller, living room operation, makes $30,000, $80,000 per year. This is someone selling beer and liquor from their house on Sundays or after hours. Not a major operation, just supplementing income. Setup costs, minimal. A garage refrigerator for beer, $200 to $500. Some shelf space for liquor. Initial inventory investment, $2,000 to $5,000. Revenue model: buy alcohol at store prices or wholesale if they have connections. Sell at 50 to 100% markup. Keep the difference. Example: buy $2,000 worth of alcohol weekly. Sell for $3,500, $4,000. Profit $1,500, $2,000 weekly. Annual: $75,000 revenue, $30,000 to $50,000 profit after restocking. Risk: relatively low. If caught, usually fines or misdemeanor charges. Rarely jail time unless selling to minors or operating huge volume. Reality: this is often retired people, single mothers, or working-class families making extra cash. The person everyone knows, the neighbor who can help you out on Sundays. Level 2, established bootlegger, full operation, makes $80,000 to $200,000 per year. This is someone running a serious bootlegger house operation, known in the community. Steady customer base, operating daily or multiple days weekly. Setup: dedicated space, garage converted to store, commercial refrigerators. Significant inventory, $10,000 to $30,000 always on hand, possibly wholesale connections. Revenue model: buy alcohol at wholesale prices if they have distributor connections or bulk retail. Sell at 75–150% markup depending on market and legality. Example: $10,000 weekly in sales, $6,000 cost of goods, $4,000 weekly profit. Annual: $520,000 revenue, $200,000 profit. Risk: moderate to high. Operating at this scale attracts attention. If caught, facing serious fines, potential felony charges depending on state, loss of all inventory and assets. Reality: these are professional bootleggers. It's their primary income. They manage inventory, know customer preferences, operate like a business. Many have been doing this for 10 to 20 years. Everyone in the neighborhood knows. Police usually know but don't prioritize unless complaints. Level 3, multi-house operator, makes $200,000 to $500,000 per year. This is someone running multiple bootlegger house locations. Not the seller themselves, the person who supplies the sellers. They own or coordinate 3 to 10 bootlegger houses across different neighborhoods. Supply them with inventory. Take a cut of profits. Revenue model: supply houses with alcohol at near wholesale prices. Take 30–50% of profit from each house. The houses do all the selling and take all the direct risk. Example: 5 houses, each generating $4,000 weekly profit. Operator takes $2,000 per house, 50% cut. Weekly income, $10,000, $500,000. Risk: high but indirect. They're not selling directly. If a house gets raided, hard to prove connection unless they're caught supplying. Smart operators use intermediaries and plausible deniability. Reality. These are business people operating bootlegger networks. They have wholesale connections or buy bulk from legitimate distributors. They recruit people to run houses. They're sophisticated operations masquerading as neighborhood liquor sales. Level 4 makes $500,000 to $2 million per year. At the top are people who supply the bootlegger houses with alcohol. They have connections to legitimate distributors, or they are distributors selling off the books. They buy alcohol in massive bulk, hundreds of cases weekly. Sell to bootlegger house networks. Never sell retail themselves, pure wholesale. Revenue model, buy at true wholesale prices, 50 to 60% below retail. Sell to bootleggers at 20 to 30% below retail. The margin funds their operation. Example, moving $100,000 in alcohol weekly, making 15 to 25% margin. Weekly profit, $15,000 to $25,000. Annual, $750,000 to $1.3 million. Risk, very high if caught. Operating at this scale is serious illegal distribution, federal charges possible, asset forfeiture, prison time. Reality. These are often people with licenses, distributors, store owners, who also supply bootlegger networks on the side, or people who buy from legitimate wholesalers and resell illegally. They're invisible to customers but critical to the ecosystem. The money flows up. Customer pays bootlegger $30 for bottle. Bootlegger paid $15 to multi-house operator. Operator paid $12 to wholesale supplier. Supplier paid $10 to legitimate distributor. Everyone takes a cut, moving the bottle from legal to illegal market. Bootlegger houses exist because of three factors: legal restrictions, convenience, and social acceptance. The legal restrictions, creating artificial scarcity. When government restricts alcohol sales, it doesn't eliminate demand. It just pushes sales underground. Sunday sales bans. People still drink on Sundays. They just buy from bootleggers. Dry counties. Residents still drink. They just buy locally from illegal sources instead of driving to next county. After-hours restrictions. People still drink late. They just buy from houses that never close. Age restrictions. Underage people still drink. They just pay premiums to bootleggers who don't check ID. Every restriction creates a market opportunity. Bootleggers fill the gap between legal supply and actual demand. The convenience factor. Time is money. Even where alcohol is legal, bootlegger houses offer convenience. No driving to store, no waiting in line, no ID check hassle for those who can legally buy. Available 24/7, right in your neighborhood. Cash only, no bank records. For customers, paying 50% more for a bottle is worth it if it saves 30 minutes driving to the store and back. Time has value. Convenience has value. Bootleggers charge for both. The social acceptance, not real crime. This is critical to understanding bootlegger houses. Communities don't consider it serious crime. Unlike drug dealers, feared, stigmatized, bootleggers are neighbors, often older community members, providing a needed service, not associated with violence, not dangerous. Police know about bootlegger houses, rarely prioritize them. Why? No violence, unlike drug trade. Community doesn't complain, people use them. Low priority compared to violent crime. Hard to prosecute, need undercover buys, surveillance. Often politically connected, bootleggers vote, pay taxes on other income, are community members. Result, bootlegger houses operate openly for decades. Everyone knows. Nobody stops them. The profit math, why people do it. A working-class person making $35,000 at a regular job can make an additional $30,000, $80,000 running a small bootlegger operation on nights and weekends. Retired person on fixed income? $50,000 extra annually changes their life. Single mother with bills? $60,000 tax-free makes difference between struggling and comfortable. The math works. Low startup costs, $2,000, $5,000. High margins, 50 to 150% markup, steady demand. It's almost too easy not to do it in areas with restrictions. The network effect, self-sustaining. Once bootlegger houses establish, they create their own demand. Customers get used to convenience. Stop planning ahead, can always go to bootlegger. Bring friends, word of mouth. Become regulars, habitual buyers. The combination creates perfect conditions. Legal restrictions plus convenience value, plus social acceptance, plus profitable margins, plus low enforcement equals $10 to $20 billion underground economy operating in plain sight. The bootlegger house down your street? Probably been operating 15 plus years. Everyone knows, police know. Nobody stops it because it's not real crime. Who makes the most money? Not the sellers you see, the wholesale suppliers you don't see. They make $500,000 to $2 million annually supplying hundreds of houses. They're invisible. Legitimate business fronts, clean operations on surface, same pyramid as drug trade, but alcohol is socially acceptable, so bootleggers operate openly. Police don't prioritize. Communities don't complain, and the economy keeps running. Not gangs, not cartels, just neighbors selling liquor when stores are closed. On Sundays, after hours, in dry counties, to anyone who will pay. Everyone knows, nobody talks about it. Because it's not real crime. It's just Mrs. Johnson helping out the neighborhood. It's just the retired guy making extra money. It's just the single mom keeping lights on. This is Bootlegger Houses, a new series documenting America's underground alcohol economy. Starting with episode 1, we established what bootlegger houses are and how they make money. Same approach, we're street economics. We follow the money, show the pyramid, explain why it works, reveal who gets rich. Subscribe for episode 2. We're going deep into dry county economics, the house on every corner, the neighborhood alcohol hustle, $10 to $20 billion. Welcome to America's most visible underground economy.